Hi guys, and welcome to chapter 4 about buyer personas. So this is the last chapter. We will now dive into what a buyer persona is. And it's basically a fictional representation of your perfect buyer. We call them decision makers or champions or buyers. It's all the same thing. And even though it's fictional, the creation of these buyer personas need to come from analysis of your current customers and new potential customers. The needs and issues that they have and how you can solve them. So why should sales care about a buyer persona, right? It sounds like a marketing term, and it was from the start. But again, it's the same as a decision maker, a champion, a buyer. It's the same type of profile. We just need to start using them. And SDRs who know their buyer persona really, really well is so on point with their pitch when they reach out that they book a lot more meetings than SDRs who have no idea what their buyer persona is. And a title is not a buyer persona. So let's meet an example. I will talk about sales manager Simon, a buyer persona that I've been using and worked with for a long time while I was an SDR and while I was booking my own meetings. And let's break it down into specific sections of what he is. So first of all, he has a role, obviously. He's a sales manager, or he's a VP of sales, or he's a head of sales, or he's a CRO. He has plenty of different titles. But what he's responsible for is driving new biz sales. He is responsible for developing a sales team and keeping them upskilled and reskilled, just like you're trying to do for yourself now. He is responsible for that. He is supposed to support a team to reach the goals, and he has often been a sales rep before. He's mainly been SDR or AE, and then senior AE, and then worked his way up to any type of sales manager role. His demographics, the next chapter, is either he's been in finance engineering when it comes to education, or he has no formal education. This depends on which generation he's in. He likes sports, networking events, reading, exercising to improve his skills. And he is normally a male in the age 30 to 35. He has no children and he lives in Sweden. This is my buyer persona. Again, demographics is important for me since I was targeting the Swedish market when I was doing this. Organization, chapter 3, is that he's part of the management team and he reports to the CEO. His responsibility is 40 to 100 sales reps, or he has business unit managers, sales leaders, that are beneath him with the same size of team. His budget limit before going to a management team for approval is 10,000 euros. So if I want to sell to him, I will get only his decision if I sell something that costs below that. Otherwise, more people will get involved. His challenges are many. And they keep increasing, especially with the entrance of AI and everything that's going on in the market right now. His challenges are recruitment, development of the team. If you're an SDR or AE, you know that you never get enough sales training and sales coaching. This is a challenge. Keeping the motivation of the great sales team members he has, hitting his targets. Leadership is also a challenge because he has no formal training in leadership. He's a salesperson who just turned leader. Understanding the customer is ongoingly a challenge for him because he feels like he doesn't have time for that. And to align sales and marketing, collaboration with the marketing manager. These are all challenges. His goals are pretty simple, straightforward. Hit quota, manage time, and manage process. Sounds pretty simple, but it's very challenging for him based on the things that has to do with his challenges, right? And when I was working with this buyer persona, I had a bunch of things related to how I can help. That's chapter 4. So how can I help this person achieve his goals, which is quota, time management, and process management? I can help him by understanding behaviors and trends on the market and helping him understand them. I can help him by increasing efficiency in the team. I can help him retain staff so he doesn't have to hire so many new people. I can help him increase lead gen. I can help him increase profit and growth. And I can help him understand and work with structure and culture. These are the things that I could help with when I was selling specific things. This is not what I do today. It actually is sort of what I do today because I consult on these things. But that's what I could help him with. And it was super clear to me what I could help him with. That was part of my buyer persona too. Another thing that's super interesting is chapter 5. Which social channels is he in? Where can I reach him? And I soon found that LinkedIn was a great place for me to be, to find this buyer persona. I also understood very quickly that he answers late at night and early in the morning because he doesn't do LinkedIn during the day because of all the things he has to do. I also realized that sending him a text message instead of leaving a voicemail was a more efficient channel of communication that led to him responding to me more often, especially when I put a picture that I look like this. Hi, call me back. This is what I want. That was the text message that I followed up. He prefers English and Swedish as his language. I was targeting Swedish market at this point. His preferred format is videos and reports. And videos and reports has to do with that it's on point, it's quick. So he wants to consume information in a quick way, bite-sized, snack-sized, bite-sized type of information flow, where he doesn't have to read too much, because he also feels like he doesn't read enough, but that's because the consumption is what it is. And we need to adapt to how he wants to be communicated. I built this when I started out in software sales because the decision maker I was targeting was a sales manager. I built him on interviews and I kept him alive through interviews and customer meeting input ongoingly. So Simon has helped me help many of my customers because understanding them is the only way to fully help them. And I keep talking to sales managers to this day because this is my demographic. This is the buyer persona I want to talk to because I am also good at helping sales managers to be better at what they do. And with him in mind, I could constantly sort of hit the nerve of my buyer and asking questions that was aligned with what they were challenged with. And an example of something that I've never seen in a buyer persona that I always have in mind is the budget limit. So why would we need that? The reason for that is, again, packaging in a way where he can make a decision on his own to lower the amount of time it takes to close the deal. And if you have that in mind, you can also use that in your outreach, showing understanding of what the situation is. And once you have started delivery and the processes of doing the delivery, then he will buy more. It's easier because then you already have the trust. So one of the things that we normally would look at would be to go to market to get access to the buyer personas of our business. Most marketing departments have something in line with this. They often needs to be added information to based on you being an SDR, understanding the things that you need to talk about and build it out. So the task for this session, and this is the last session for this module, is to start building out your first buyer persona. If you don't get one from marketing, build your own. You're in charge of your career. You're in charge of your numbers. You're the only person who will give you this if it doesn't really exist already. And if you haven't gotten it, you need to build it. If you got one that isn't great, then you need to rebuild and build it out to match your needs as an SDR to book more meetings. And this is a thing that you will need to ongoingly refresh and work on. And once you've done these steps, so we've talked about what the SDR gig is about in the module. We talked about mindset and how to get over your fears. We've talked about ICP, ideal customer profile. And we have talked now about the buyer persona that you have that is your main buyer. With all these steps in mind, this will land you a great base to start your career as an SDR, as a successful SDR. And I'm so happy that you've spent this time with me. And we have plenty of more material on the platform that you can go and check out to learn more about the SDR role, or how to become a great AE, or how to become a great person who works on enterprise accounts, or how to grow your own mindset, or how to practice. There's so much material on this platform. And I'm so excited to have you continue your skill development on the app. I'll see you soon and have a great afternoon. Bye, guys.